Jaron Ennis gets turned down majorly by Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman says, I don't know who that is. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all guys. So, you guys know the situation with Jaron Ennis. I want to start with him first. Jaron Ennis is a rising superstar prospect boxer in the welterweight division. Some people is comparing him to a Roy Jones Jr., but the welterweight version of Roy Jones Jr. But anyway, guys, Jaron Ennis at this point is being looked as the most avoided prospect of all time. The only welterweight that seems to want to fight him is Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. says that you will get your opportunity. It's not going to be at welterweight. It's going to be at 154. So this gives Jaron Ennis to get a chance to get the belt. But in my opinion, guys, Jaron Ennis has not done enough yet to compete for the belt. I mean, he's up high in the rankings, but he needs to still continue to get more B-level, B-plus fights before he can move up to until title contentions. Or you could just keep fighting and move properly by keep fighting guys above you and getting the fights. But I see a lot of guys that's not going to fight him. And this guy, Keith Thurman, is one prime example of it. Keith Thurman says he doesn't even know who that is. Keith Thurman was recently the WBC, WBA champion until he, lost the belt from inactivity. And then he almost got brutally knocked out by Manny Pacquiao from a body shot. So Keith Thurman has been lying, saying he's going to come back in the spring, come back in the summer, come back in the fall. And now he says he's going to come back in the winter. And basically, it's winter time now, guys. And Keith Thurman has no interest of fighting anybody, with a family and kids. And Keith Thurman got the biggest payday was Manny Pacquiao. And Keith Thurman, in my opinion, doesn't have any interest in the sport of boxing. Do I think that he will ever fight Jaron Boots Ennis? Absolutely not, because Jaron Ennis is a rare type of breed. Like I said, you put Errol Spence and you put Terrence Crawford together, you get Jaron Ennis in one. We see Jaron Ennis called out a lot of guys. Sean Porter wants nothing to do with Jaron Ennis unless he's forced a mandatory to fight Jaron Ennis. Danny Garcia says he wants absolutely nothing to do with him. He wouldn't even spar with him. Danny Garcia believes that Jaron Ennis will be a 3-division champion. No, I believe Jaron will be a 5-division champion, but I don't think Jaron Ennis is going to go up that high in weight. But if he chooses to, Jaron Ennis can do so. But Keith Thurman will never fight Jaron Ennis, guys. I'm just going to say it off the rip. He will never fight Jaron Ennis because Jaron Ennis is a high risk, low reward. And if Keith Thurman was smart, start dedicating himself back into the sport of boxing, he has a chance to beat Jaron Ennis. It will put him back in title talks. It'll put him like, I took down a young lion, Jaron Ennis. He wasn't nothing. I want my title shot. But Keith Thurman isn't going to do that. What Keith Thurman was going to do, he was going to fight Udanis Ugas for the WBA belt. Then he was going to hog that belt, just like Manny Pacquiao hogged the belt for 2.5 years, saying he couldn't find nobody in the rank 1 to 10, ranked 1 through 10 in the sanction body. And I can understand Manny Pacquiao's reason, but Manny Pacquiao still feel like he didn't want to fight. But Keith Thurman is going to do the same thing Manny Pacquiao do, stall the whole welterweight division. So I'm glad Keith Thurman is sitting on the shelf. And obviously, he's number 4 in the WBC for some odd reason. And Keith Thurman is about to be damn near close to 3 years since he hasn't fought in the ring. He lies to say he's going to come back to the ring, but he's not. But guys, I'm going to keep this video short. The point of the matter is, guys, don't expect Keith Thurman to call out Jaron Boots Ennis. It's not going to happen. Keith Thurman, I believe, is afraid of Jaron Ennis. He's seen Jaron Ennis knock out his last 3 opponents. He's absolutely not going to fight him. I admire Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. At least they're saying they're not going to fight him. Even Sean said he wouldn't fight him, but Sean will give Jaron a chance if he's forced to fight Jaron Ennis. But, Keith, you're a coward, okay? You're just a coward at this point. We don't know where you're coming back to the boxing. Obviously, that you doesn't care about the sport of boxing. You just care about getting the bag at the end of the day and just walking away from the sport. Well, Terrence Crawford says that Jaron Ennis is good, but I'm smarter than you. And Jaron Ennis says I could do a lot of things better. That would be an interesting fight. So basically, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, I can see those guys giving Jaron Ennis a shot. I don't know much of Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford has bigger plans because I'm going to keep track of Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez in the future. That is a fight I really would want to see because right now Canelo Alvarez is the pound for pound best, and Terrence Crawford don't like that Canelo Alvarez is the pound for pound best. And I think that Terrence Crawford might have a higher chance of fighting Canelo Alvarez than Errol Spence because Errol Spence already said, look, I'm not getting in the ring no time soon with Canelo Alvarez. He said, absolutely not. I'm not calling him out. Not right now. So, but at the end of the day, guys, Keith Thurman says he don't know who Jaron Ennis is, but everybody knows who Jaron Ennis is. The diehard boxing fans know who Jaron Ennis is because he brutally knocked out Thomas Delorme, who complained that he got hit behind the head, but when the replay shows, he got hit behind the ear. But with that being said, guys, one last time, Keith Thurman doesn't know who Jaron Ennis is. Jaron Ennis is the hottest prospect out right now, and we could potentially see Jaron Ennis be a welterweight champion in the future. But with that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.